Hey everyone, Jessica here with my 2019 album flip through for you. And as you can see, I use these great big scrapbook albums, and I love the way that they hold my pages. I use them with 3-hole punch page protectors. These ones are by scrapbook.com, but I've also gotten them in bulk by Hobby Lobby, and I believe the brand is Paper Studio. These, I'll have to link below what the brand is of these albums that I use. I'm thinking they're the Paper Studio as well. But I'll see if I can find the link for them and link it below in my description for you so you know exactly which ones I use. But I get them from Hobby Lobby as well. This one is a little bit full, but I don't so much mind it. I think I'm just going to keep it this way. It's not super full like some of my other ones that I'll split up. So I'm just going to leave this one the way that it is, and it'll be fine with the way that I store them in the bottom of a Calyx unit. Or right now I have some just kind of stored in these large crates below my desk until I get moved into my other craft room in our farmhouse. So let's start here. If you don't want to hear me talking, just go ahead and mute my video, and then you won't hear me at all. Some people like just music in there, but I just kind of wanted to talk to you about the layouts that are in here and just walk you through them. So this is a nice camping theme layout that I did. Again, all these layouts are from 2019, so they're quite a while ago, but my son was just having a blast on our camping trip there. I did some circle designs. I wanted to keep it all kind of circly, so I just did some stenciling and layered some embellishments on that one. And then this is just one camping trip, so I keep all of them together and in date order, and that's where we went. And there's my my dog that I used to have, but he passed away, so this was a layout about him, using a cut file by Pear Tree and another cut file here by Pear Tree cut files as well. So I just kind of layered some squares. I think this one may have been a Scrap Squad weekly scrap lift. That one looks like one of theirs. Here's some more camping themed layouts. I did a lot of star stenciling on this one. Tucked a little tag back here. And this one has some more photos of my little guy and my dog swimming. I did some stamping in my background. I think this was actually a Scrap Squad lift as well. I think a lot of these ones are from Scrap Squad. So they post a weekly lift in their Facebook group, and you can play along with all of those. This one is just a photo of my son on the swings and my dog there as well. I still do this, actually. Some of these pages are from a while back, but I still love to fold back pattern papers and kind of tuck things in and do stuff like that. So it's kind of amazing to see how much we evolve in our scrapbooking and, you know, like where we go with it over the years. So here's another one. I love this lumberjack plaid paper, and that kit was so cute. So I thought it was nice and woodsy and had some little camping embellishments in it too, so I decided to use those. I think that actually these came in a kit from Hobby Lobby as well. So apparently I was shopping a lot at Hobby Lobby at the time when I did these layouts. This one is from our tractor show that we like to go to. This is just a photo of my son with some Vicky Bouton embellishments and some mixed media. And then this one is a more recent layout, actually. I know I have a video for this one. These other ones are from, I believe, before I started doing YouTube videos. So I don't think I have any videos on any of those. But I know this one's on my YouTube to watch if you want to see this one come together. Just did some messy machine stitching on all of those circles. And that was a scrap lift as well, I believe. This is an older one that I did a long time ago, also from the tractor show that we go to every year, twice a year. My son was really enjoying pushing the stroller at the time and learning how to walk and things, so he had a blast. This is just another one from the tractor show when we were watching the actual tractor pulls. It was really cold that night, so we were all bundled up. But this one's actually from the Cozy Days collection by Simple Stories, which is one of my absolute favorites. And then this one's a more recent one. Just did some paper strips. I actually used the packaging from this one here, this collection by Paper Rose Studio. So I just cut that piece out of the packaging and then did a border punch on that and added some beautiful sequins and some flair by Scrap and Happy Studio. I see some simple stories mixed in there as well. This one over here is a little bit more recent. This one's on YouTube as well. I think this one is too. This one has a nice acrylic title piece from Color Cast Designs, and lots and lots of stamping and goodies on this one. Pinkfish Studio. I use some LE Studio stamps, so super duper fun. This is an older one. I can tell that my mixed media has changed so much on the way that I do things. Just kind of, it's peeking through there, so my style is the same there, but just the way that I apply is a bit different now. But I didn't know that these two layouts were actually going to be side by side in my book. I did not plan this. I knew that I had this photo to scrap yet for this book, and I didn't really look to see where it was going to go in my scrapbook album at the time. So these layouts are very similar. They both have circles stitched around the layout and kind of some mixed media and splotches, things like that. And they're both fall themed, obviously, but I just thought it was funny how they just kind of go together and they coordinate sort of like a double page layout would. But this one was actually a Scrap Lift Sunday from Paper Issues recently. And then this one was my last one that I finally completed. This was the last one of the book, so you've probably seen it more recently, and I talked about how I would be posting this video of my album flip through. So this was super fun. If you didn't see that video, make sure you go check that out. I did a lot of stamping here, added a lot of fun embellishments, and also incorporated some artwork from my son that he painted, and a nice little photo there in a circle design of my son and my husband riding on the tractor on our farm. And then obviously another one of riding on the farm. They got to mow the hay first. They had the mower on the back there, which of course my son wasn't on for that part, but he enjoyed riding across the property, just getting things ready. And then here they are actually raking hay. So he was enjoying riding along for that part of it. And then this one was just a dinner. We ended up eating out that night and just enjoying a dinner at Ruby Tuesday. So I think this one might have been a Scrap Squad lift as well that I did a while back. But I love this circular design and these just layered circles. I thought it was super cute. And again, I used Cozy Days Simple Stories on that one. Then we took a trip to Pittsburgh Zoo, so I have a lot of zoo pages. I think this was another lift from Scrap Squad. And this might have been two. I can't remember if this one was or not. I did my photos, some of these in circles to match my little circles here. Used some fun zoo embellishments. I know this one was a scrap lift as well. I love all these little kind of like sunburst rays all put together to make that circle, and it kind of looks like the photos are tucked in. Of course, I love the little sloth. He's super cute. And then this I did in bubbles. This was a cut file. I think it was from Paper Issues, and it just had all these cute little bubbles. And I thought it would just be perfect to put with this zoo photo of my son and I whenever he was looking at, I believe, the sea lions in that one, or it might have been the polar bears. I can't remember. I'm sure it probably says on my journaling, but I did a little tag here that has hidden journaling, sort of hidden. Sea lions, that's what we were looking at. But it just tucks right into that bubble, so you can kind of see that it's there, but you can't read the whole thing unless you pull it out. So super fun interactive page there. This one has another cut file by Pear Tree Cut Files. I don't know if you can see that real well, but it's kind of hard to see with the glare from my lights above me, but you can kind of see that sparkle paper beneath there and that zebra stripe. I used some glitter cardstock to back this cut file, and I just love the way that it turned out. And I love these little alphas kind of around that circle with my photos in the middles. I got a lot of photos on this page, which isn't typical for me, but I got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 photos on there. So I was super excited about that. And then here I just did like a little clothesline on the bottom. This has a mixed media pre-made background by Vicky Booten, and this was for a recent challenge that I did. Oh goodness, I can't remember who it's even from. Maybe Go Go Getaway, if I remember right. But they had a sketch up, and it had your title that needed to go. It had mixed media in the background, then it had a title, just said title, like the whole way down. I know I'm trying to say that super fast and that's crazy, but it had your title just repeated down the whole page, and I just loved how that looked. So I decided to do just a very large title. So it says Sea Lions as my main one, and then it says a fun day at the zoo is just what we needed, which it totally was, and it was so much fun. This is something I recently started doing on some of my embellishments, is just kind of like roughing up the edges or pulling them up a little bit. And as you can tell, like, it hasn't flattened out in my book at all. So it has stayed true to what it looked like when I did it, which I just love. And then this one, this was a scrap lift as well. And I just loved all the hexagons and these beautiful pattern papers together. It just went so good with my photos with the greenish blue tone and the darks. So I just loved how that one turned out. And here's another one with sea lions. I just did a bunch of kind of painting on my layouts, and then did some light stenciling, kept my circle design all throughout my photos here. I used some planner stickers. I think those are like Mombi stickers. Here is another cut file. I can't remember if this one's Paige Evans or who this one was. I think it might have been Paige Evans though. I use cut files from wherever, but this is just a few photos of my son at the park. This was 2019, so I only had one kid at this time, which was kind of weird, but I think I was probably pregnant with my second at this point. Yes, I would have been pregnant with my second one at this point because he came along in February of 2020. So I was probably pretty pregnant at that point, actually. And then this one, I used a nice large cut file for the smiles. And then I put Swing Smiles. That's my title on this one because it's just, I love this photo of him on that swing. It's just so cute at the park. Another autumn layout, just him cruising around on a little tractor outside, and one from inside the house with his little fox hat, which prompted me to do a cute little fox cut file. And then this one, more recent one that I did, this was Take Your Kid to Work Day. So I used a Viggy Boutin pre-made background paper on this one as well. Some washi tape at the top with some stamping. And I did some of her vellum embellishments, a lot of her other embellishments. I think that was from the print shop collection. That's just kind of tucked in and around my photo. Some flair from Scrap and Happy Studio. And I also did some foiling from Thermoweb. So I used some of the, I believe those were Brutus and Monroe toner sheets. And I did some ombre ink blending on them. And then just die cut and foiled those pieces. And then here, I'm still sticking with my circles. I just love circles, apparently. I have a lot of them in this book. So lots of stamping in my background, keeping to that middle of the page kind of vibe with that one. Just dressed the edges all up a lot and threw in a lot of circles, some acrylic bits, just lots of fun stuff on that one with some Bella Boulevard EIEIO and an acrylic piece that says Fresh Air by Color Cast Designs. This is another layout that I did for Thermoweb. It says Hello Helper. My son was helping my husband build a garage for our neighbor by the farm. And I used all of these beautiful die cut leaves and foiled all of them for my page, and the acorns as well. And then used the Acorn Lake collection by Simple Stories to fill in all the bits. Here's a cute little Halloween layout. I loved these pants that my son had. It was super funny because every time he bent over, that's all you could see was that Frankenstein butt. So I had to make my title Frankenbutt for that one. And I did some mixed media in the background as well. This is one of my earlier pages when I first started experimenting with mixed media. So I've come a little bit further now, but I still love this and love how it turned out with the mixed media in the background. Looked like some packaging technique that I might have done, and then some stenciling as well. I might actually have a video for this one. I can't remember when I started, but this might have been like one of the first ones that I made. I have to look back. My son's first haircut documented. He was well over a year old by the time I finally cut his hair. As you can see, he was in dire need of a haircut though. And I did save his little hair in my little envelope here. No, I don't know if it's acid free, photo safe, blah, 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 whatever. I don't care. I use whatever in my books and I don't so much worry about that. Lots of stamping around this one. some sequins and cute little puffy stars, some acrylic bits as well from Not Just for Boys Kit Club. This one's just a couple photos whenever I purchased our camper in November 2019. This is when I actually went to pick it up. As you can see, there's my pregnant belly. I was super duper pregnant at that point, but so excited to pick up our camper and actually bring it home a few days later. But this is when I went and signed all the papers for it and everything, and they had it pulled into their garage and they opened it up for us and everything. It was super exciting to see it with all the lights on and everything. And then this is when I went to sign the papers as well. My mom and I stopped for Miller's Hoagies, which is like a famous thing around here. Everyone loves them. And my son got to try his first Miller's Hoagies. That was actually my mom's. But as you can see, he's enjoying her hoagie. And if you're not from around here in Pennsylvania, we call them hoagies. They're like subs or sandwiches, just in a hoagie roll or sandwich roll. But they are delicious and everybody loves them. Lots of stamping and mixed media on this one. I think that layout was actually from Spiegelmom's Scraps that I did, if I remember right. But has the Capture Today mix, sequin mix on it, and I just love it. This one's a recent one that I did for ThermoWeb. I used some paper strips behind my photos. As you can see, I added in my and sign. So if you guys saw that video, my photographs and everything did not have my little and sign in there, and now it's there. As you can see, this is proof that I remembered to put that there. So my title is Brave and Hungry because this was from his MRI scan, and he was starving afterwards because he had to fast before we got the scan done. So another layout that he did incorporating my son's artwork. So he painted this cute little turkey. So I just cut it out and threw it in there, did some journaling around it. And this was from Thanksgiving and him chowing down at Thanksgiving dinner at my parents' house. And then here is a hexagon layout. I just love layering hexagons across a page for layouts. You can pull in so many different patterns this way, and you can layer different little embellishments over top and sequins, and I just love how they look. And I love leaving little spaces in some of them and in between some, just to kind of leave little windows of opportunity. But I just think it's so cute and I love them. But this was actually a hunting layout from my husband and his dad, and both of their deer horns or whatever. I guess my husband only has deer horns. He doesn't have the actual deer, but Pappy has his deer in that picture. So that is a hunting layout. So if you're struggling for hunting theme ideas and scrapbook layouts, this is a good way to get some hunting photos on a layout. Just use some hexagons or even circles or anything like that. Pick a shape, pick a fall collection, because here everyone hunts in autumn or fall. So pick a fall collection and just go to town. This one has a 49 and Market background here. It's just a photo of me and my son with an acrylic bit from Pear Tree Cut Files and some acrylic hearts from them as well. Lots of stamping on this, a couple rub-ons from 49 and Market. This is background paper by Vicki Boutin. I just loved the way that it kind of looked like snow. And this was one of our drives to work during that time when I was actually still going into the office. So it just looks so beautiful through that road. And then this is a Christmas layout, kind of. My my son used to go to daycare whenever I had to go to work. So this is him and his cousin at daycare enjoying watching Christmas movies. And then here's another Christmassy layout when we actually picked up our Christmas tree. I believe this is a Paige Evans cut file for the Christmas trees. And then this one, I just used a die in my Big Shot machine to cut out these cute little heart circle frames. And then I just layered some papers, kept all my photos in circles. And then here I did some stenciling and some ink dragging in the background. And did some gold splatters as well. Used a couple embellishments from Simple Stories Cozy Days. And that looks like a different, maybe I think it's like Jingle All the Way collection maybe by Simple Stories. I think this is from maybe. And then this, I absolutely love this. So I used to do a lot of mosaic layouts. This is called a mosaic layout where you cut all of your pictures into little 1 by 1 inch squares, and it makes this beautiful mosaic background. You can leave some of them big if you'd like. You can mix them up, but all your photos are on there, but you just focus on filling in all of the blanks and spaces, and then I just kind of layer embellishments on top. and I just love them. I really need to do more of them, but I just don't do them that often. It takes a lot of time, I guess, and I need to remember to do those more often because I do really love the way that they look when they're done. And Mosaic Moments actually sells different papers that have grid. So if you pulled all this off, you would see little grid outlines where to lay all of your squares so you can get them perfectly aligned on there. So it makes it super easy. And I just cut them down with an X-Acto knife and my cutting mat. Here's another Christmas layout. This is one of his other friends from daycare. We went to a little pajama party at the school that they were having during Christmas time, and he got to do some finger painting, and I got a few photos of them together, so that was super fun. Just backed it with some tags up top and some string and some little embellishments here. And another Christmas layout. This is one of my favorites that I've ever done. I love that I created this huge mason jar, and I just used vellum, and I did some stenciling with some gold, or I want to say gold, but it's like a glitter glitz gel, but it wasn't from Thermoweb at the time. I want to say it might have been Vicky Bouton's, but I can't remember. Most of mine have dried up at this point, so I don't have a lot of them anymore to even look back, but I loved this little mason jar and kind of wanted it to look like everything was inside it, and then just layered some embellishments on the tops. So, and then I put my string around the top too. This one has some stenciling. Apparently I was very into stenciling at the time because a lot of these have stenciling on them. Just me and my son. And my son and my husband. This is, I think this cut file might have been from Pear Tree, but could be Paige Evans too. A lot of these are from so long ago, I can't remember where the cut files are from. Another Christmas layout used the same circle dies with the little hearts on it. I think this was a weekly lift from Scrap Squad with all these little squares, kind of like a grid design. This one was a Scrap Squad layout as well, featuring a bunch of little paper strips, but I used washi tape for mine on both sides instead. So if you have a lot of washi tape like I do, this is a good way to get some onto a page. Just create some borders on your layouts. And I think that was all Vicky Bouton stuff there. This one I used a perforated piece of kind of cards, or not cardstock, it's like cardboard, but it's, you can see it's corrugated, I guess what the word would be. And then a Heidi Swap title piece here, Vicky Bouton title piece. I kind of mixed and matched a lot on this and just kind of used whatever was in my stash, but super cute photo of my family. And another Christmas layout just with the 25, and this was my husband's Christmas present to himself, was this brand new tractor. Well, not brand new, but I guess it was used, but it was new to us. So he got that for Christmas. And that's it. And then I just keep extra Christmas cards and extra photos in the back. So that's my 2019 album from September through December. So I hope you guys enjoyed this flip through, and I'm going to get this one filed away. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and stop back for more videos. Have a great day. Bye-bye.